I've loved my job in the Connecticut General Assembly. And to be here with my colleagues, such as Beth, obviously, and Derek, and my co-chair, Mike D'Amico, it's a great way to engage in life. You meet the most incredible people. We all care about making Connecticut better. We may have our different ideas, but everyone's there trying to do the same thing. And I will remember those years very, very fondly. But Beth, thank you so much for opening up your home. You know, when Beth told me, you know, we want to do a little celebration, tribute to you, I'm like, what? I mean, isn't that what you normally do when somebody's been there for 30 years or something? And she said, no, you know, for your work in the area of expanding opportunities for people with disabilities. So I am thrilled that so many of you came out here to support a terrific organization. And Wynn and Shannon, where are you? Thank you so much. Where's
Thank
Shannon?
you. I'm right
There
here.
you are. I'm sorry, you're right in front of me, but I couldn't see you. You know, and to all the families who are here, I'm looking around. I see many familiar faces, people who've come to the Capitol for our Family Action Day. This is kind of like an action day right here, happening right in this backyard. But we need to hear it. We need to hear it because, you know, we're part of a movement. It is a movement. It's not unlike the civil rights movement of the 1960s and the women's movement. It's the movement for equality for people with disabilities. And it sounds simple, but it's a really powerful thing that we're engaged in. And thanks to you, so many people around the Capitol know that these are important issues. And it's not that people are asking for some more money. It's people want to be recognized as human beings and be treated with dignity and respect and have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else. It really is that simple. And thanks to you and all the advocacy that you've done, we're well on our way to making that happen. Now, you may know that I am continuing my advocacy work, but just in a little bit of a different way. I've been on the board of an organization called the American Association of People with Disabilities, and we're one of the largest civil rights public policy office made up of, we're the umbrella group that joins together all the different disability rights organizations, over 150 different organizations such as Autism Speaks, the United Cerebral Palsy, and the ARC, of course, and NICL, and so many different groups. We work on the issues of common concern, of prejudice, of transportation, of housing. These are healthcare, obviously. These are issues that impact all people, both with physical and mental disabilities. But working together, we have a very powerful voice. And that's what we need to do, because without being too political, can I make a little bit of a political speech? Beth is giving me the thumbs up. Without getting too political, we're at a real crisis point now in our nation. With the new administration in Washington, D.C., disability rights has always been a bipartisan cause. Always. When you look at the ADA signed into law by President Bush, and people like my dad and Orrin Hatch and John McCain working, Lowell Weicker, all together working to advance the rights of people with disabilities, IDEA, the ADA, the list, Section 504, the list goes on and on, right? But right now, we're under threat. Healthcare, housing, funding for special education are all under threat, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I am dedicating myself to ensuring that we can meet this and resist these harmful changes. So that's what I'm doing. And we're going to need your help, and you're all invited. And you're already part of doing what we need to do here in this state. I was really pleased that we were able to get an important piece of legislation accomplished this year as part of the IDD Caucus. Now, I know we have a bipartisan IDD Caucus, and I'm so pleased that, Beth, you are going to be taking over the IDD Caucus in my absence. So give Beth a round of applause. I don't think Beth knew that until this very moment. But is it okay to kind of put her on the spot?
Yes.
Put her on the spot. Doing awesome. Well, yeah, she was very involved, and then when Tracy got sick, she had to step back and asked me to step up, which of course I was pleased to do. But Beth, this is such an important issue for you.
Amen.
you're in. But working together as a team and in collaboration with many, many people who are here this afternoon, we were able to get a new law passed that will develop multiple pilot programs looking at alternative independent living models for individuals with intellectual disabilities. That many of the providers who are here tonight will be able, who already want to do this, in many cases are developing these types of programs, but will be able to further develop. And the pilot also says that any funds that can be, any savings that can be achieved, and we anticipate there will be, can be kept by the local nonprofits, which is kind of the first time, I believe, that we've ever had a law enabling local nonprofits to retain the savings to serve more people in need. So I'm very excited about that because it's independence, independent living. You know, we're here, the catering company here called Futures is, as Beth said, is just an example of what we want to see. People want to contribute. They want to earn a living. They want to make a contribution to our society. And one of the initiatives that I'm going to be working on is something called the Disability Equality Index. The Disability Equality Index was started about 3 years ago as part of AAPD, an initiative of AAPD's, and now we've become the leading corporate benchmarking tool on disability equality and inclusion. And next month in Las Vegas, you're all welcome, it's going to be about 150 degrees, we are going to announce the 2018 best companies to work for, best companies in America for disability inclusion. There's about 120 that are, and I'm not allowed to jump the gun here and name any of them, but many of them are from Connecticut and are doing a good job at leading the way and being a vanguard in terms of what they're doing to expand job opportunities and provide an inclusion experience for people with disabilities. And we need to recognize those businesses because when you give somebody a job, you give them their freedom. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. But so just in final closing, I have to say something about you, Beth. My best friend in the set.
I know, we're going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you because, and I'm sorry for getting emotional, but I really, I've just loved getting to know you,
Me too.
Beth, and you are my best friend in the
Me
Senate.
too.
And the reason I'm emotional is because Beth really cares about people. And it's really remarkable when you meet somebody who has a heart like you, Beth. And I know these are not tears of sadness, they're tears of joy, because Kiki and I have enjoyed getting to know you and Tracy so much, and we want that friendship to continue forever, and I know it will. But you are a very special person because you care. Every day you go to work, you care about people. And that's what motivates you. And you're an awesome public servant. And you work really hard and you wake up every day thinking, what can I do to be of service to other people? And that's the key to life. It's the key to happiness. It's the key to the meaning that we all seek to have in our lives. And you have it. And thank you so much for giving of yourself to all of us. And I love you so much.
Okay, now